Hey guys, it's Vizify, and welcome to the fucking story, man. I'm back in the goddamn car, and I'm a little bit nervous, because if I get caught, I'm fucked. Because, my dad found out I was doing this, and he didn't like it. But I got a cup to ash it in this time, and we're gonna burn a fuck ton of incense. So, we're taking measures this time. Oh, this lighter's ass. So, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna title this one yet, but it's about the dumbest way I've ever almost fumbled a girl. Oh, I'm cold, bro. It's really cold out right now. I mean, it's going to be a longer one, so get y'all snacks, your drinks. So this all starts off back in sophomore year, okay? It's about Bella. This was pretty early on in our relationship. I'd say about, it wasn't even 2 months in yet. It was like a month and a half. And this is all important to the story, but one day we had planned that she was going to come over and give me head. Okay, we had planned it over text because we were arguing. And I was like, suck my fucking dick. And she was like, I fucking will. And I was like, bet. And she was like, bet, next time I come over. And I was like, shit, okay. Right? So she comes over on this one Friday. And it was like the end of May. We're about to get out of school for the year. Everything was cool. And we're just in my room making out. All of a sudden, she looks at me. And she's like, do you want me to? Now, I knew exactly what she was talking about, but I just played dumb because I wanted to hear her say it. And I was like, what? And she was like, suck your dick. And I was like, yeah. And she gets to her thing. It was low-key terrible. I hate to say it, but it was her first time, so she didn't really know what the fuck she was doing. And she used fucking teeth, not intentionally, and they didn't hurt, but they were there. You know what I mean? She ain't even make me nut. She felt all bad about it. She was like, I was supposed to make you feel good. And I was like, you did all right. She's like, you're a liar. Anyway. Next day is Kennywood picnic day. Okay, it was a Saturday. And I went with my boy Darren. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's a fucking, it's an amusement park that we have only here in Pittsburgh. And basically, there's big roller coasters, food, water rides, a whole bunch of cool shit, And I go with my boy Darren. Just us. We're having a good time. We're fucking riding rides. We went to this barbecue stand and got barbecue pork tacos, which might not sound that good, but it was like fucking peak. Haven't had them since. Shit, my nose is running. Well, anyway, like I said, it was the school picnic, okay? So a whole bunch of kids from my school were there. And we meet up with this kid named fucking Ryan, okay? Now, Ryan has never really been my homie. He's just kind of always been like a school friend, a kid I would talk to in school. Because he always rode my bus. So me and Ryan get in line for one of the biggest roller coasters there, the Phantom's Revenge. Darren wanted to sit it out. I can't really blame him because that bitch is like big. And so anyway, we're in the line, And somehow, I don't remember, but the topic of my girlfriend came up. And I was like, yeah, actually, yesterday she just gave me head. And he's like, oh shit, my fucking boy. He's like, was it good? And I'm like, low key, no, bro. It was her first time. Like, she didn't even make me nut. And like, it was kind of mid. And after this, me and Ryan get on the Phantom. We get off. I don't even think about that interaction, like, at all. Okay. The rest of the weekend. Well, fast forward a little bit. Fast forward to Monday. Okay. Fucking, we had to go back to school. I remember this so vividly. Okay, it was June 1st. I was late to school this morning. And because this was one of the only years where school went till June. Usually we would get out May 20 something. And what was I saying? Yeah, I woke up late this day. And my mom was straightening my hair because it was real long, like down to my shoulders and shit. And for some reason back then I liked it straight instead of curly, even though my shit way better curly. And while my mom's straightening my hair, I open a fucking text from my girlfriend that reads, "Why the fuck are you telling people I gave you head? Period." And I'm like, oh fuck. And at this point, I'm pretty sure I literally forgot that fucking... I didn't see someone come outside, did I? Okay, I think I'm tweaking. I think this point I forgot that I even fucking told Ryan. And I'm like, it couldn't have been one of my friends, right? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And she's like, Ryan's in my second period. He just told me, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh shit, like I'm sorry, blah blah blah. And she's like, I don't even know what the fuck to say to you right now. Like, did you tell anyone else? And I lied and said no, because like I had told close friends, but like that don't matter because they're not gonna tell anyone. So anyway, I go to school. She's so pissed that she's not texting me like at all. And ew, I got shit in my mouth. She's not texting me for hours on end, okay? And the whole day I was talking to my boy Chris about it, actually, about the whole situation. And he was checking on me. So, you know, that was cool for my later go. And well, come seventh period, okay? She found out in second. So at this point, it had been hours, dude. It's like 12:30 at this point. Oh, and I remember her friend made a joke like, "This is why you should have stayed lesbian." And she recaptioned it and said ha 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 and like posted it on her private. And I remember I slid up and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, cause that shit hurt. And cause like she used to like be like a lesbian back in like 2020. Um, so I was like, "What the like? Why is she laughing at that? Like, what the fuck?" I'm like, damn, like I really like this girl and her friends are probably like convincing her like dump this piece of shit. Like I just ruined everything because I told one person. And I don't even know what he said to her. Um he either directly told her like, hey, Nick told me you gave him head, or he cracked some stupid joke like, so how was sucking Nick's dick? Probably that, because that's just the type of kid he was. Well, anyway, fast forward to the 7th period, okay? I'm literally crying in class, okay? Because I think it's over. She's making jokes on her story. I'm like, I'm fucked. And I was supposed to stay after this day because my grades were low-key slipping. And I had sophomore slump, and this was at the time I started smoking pot. So I wasn't really doing homework or nothing like that, and just like flunking tests. And I text my mom, and I'm like, Mom, can I please not stay after today? Like, I'm having a really bad day. I'm stressed. Like, me and Bella are fighting, and it's just not good. She's really upset with me. I'm crying in class right now. She's not talking to me. And my mom's like, I'm sorry, but like, you really can't afford it. Your grades are bad. Um, it's just an extra 40 minutes. Like, we can talk when you come home. And I'm like, fucking great, bro. Well, then I go to 8th period, and my boy Darren was in that class. It was an English class, and the teacher was super chill. She had bean bags in like the corners of the room, and we were allowed to sit on them. So I just kind of sat there and chilled, and we talked about it. And then he took a picture of me and captioned it "My Big Fruitcake" because it was June 1st, like I said, and that's the first day of Pride Month. I'll put it up. And then I go to 9th period, miserable as fuck. Then I go to fucking, I stayed after, miserable as fuck, couldn't even really get anything done for real. And then I get in the car, okay, and this was the most awkward conversation I think I've ever had to have with my mom, but like, I was so stressed that I didn't care. I needed to talk to her anyway. I get in the car and she's immediately like, so what happened? And I'm just like sitting there thinking of how to word shit, and I'm like, so I kind of shared something with somebody about me and Bella's private life. And she was like, oh God. She was like, did you guys have sex? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, was it something she did to you? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh God, Nick. And like, she just lectured me on why you can't do that shit. And that shit's supposed to be like private, just between y'all. And I really didn't like, I knew, like, I didn't know it was like that bad because I was used to my last girlfriend where she didn't give a fuck if I told my friends what we did, like at all. Like she would tell her friends what we did, guy friends included. So, you mean, but like I was a little bit older, so I guess I should have knew better because I was 16 in this story. But I really thought she was gonna break up with me because like it seemed like it after school. Um, and then I sent her a big long paragraph just apologizing. And then I just forced myself to take a nap because I was so stressed out. Then I woke up at like shit, I don't know, maybe 4:30. And I went to the fucking tracks by my house and just smoked Bong Chong and Benjamin with all the boys. I'm not even gonna bother giving them fake names. There was Big Joe, Aiden, Anthony, and I think Darren. I don't know. Who knows? But we were smoking it up. I was still sad, but it was helping me be less sad, of course. And she didn't end up texting me until like 5 p.m., like a little after 5. And finally she was like, okay, I forgive you. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't lose my girlfriend. Like, thank God. I fucked up bad, but apparently not too bad. And fast forward, bro. I mean, like, bro, the rest of our relationship, okay, we dated for, I wanted to say, like 7 more months. And bro, she did not suck my dick again once. Okay, not once. Um, I mean, whatever. You know, she was really bad at it. And, you know, but it's cool. Moral of the story is you can't share that shit with just anybody. you can tell you're close friends. I mean, you probably shouldn't unless they're like really, really close, but don't tell like acquaintances, like fucking school friends or like people that you just see at certain places like work or like school, because like apparently you can't trust those people. And I didn't get mad at Ryan about this, okay? I got on the bus that day and I was like, listen, man, I'm not mad at you. You know, it's not your fault. Like, you didn't know that she would react that way. And he's like, yeah, like, thanks, dog. And I'm like, it's all good. Because at the end of the day, it was my fault. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, peace out, and I'll see you on